We do have a number of vassals with us right here, which I am quite worried about. Did I just get I got shot in the neck when I hit my shield up? That's one of the lords. Get him. No, are you serious? Come on, he's actually murdering me instead? Hello and welcome back to our Sturgian Viking. We're going to be fighting against the Vlandians in the first part of this episode. And we're going to see how we do, because now here's the thing. We are outnumbered by a pretty significant number, and we have a bit of a problem on our hands. They don't only have recruits. I know. It's just absolutely amazing to think that they only... they don't only have volunteers, should I say. Anyway, this is Belgia's army. He was attempting to raid a couple of our villages, and obviously we don't want that. Thank you very much. So I'm going to be moving my forces into position here. And unfortunately, as you can no doubt tell, I have an overwhelming amount of infantry, but that is pretty much it. I have nothing else. So this is going to be a rather interesting situation to be in, because the Vlandians no doubt will have a pretty significant amount of... Oh, actually, maybe not. Their cavalry only 15. Not too bad. Not too... never mind. They have another batch of cavalry on the other side. But we should do okay. We should do okay. Unfortunately, yes. Now, this is the reason why we were not doing so well earlier on in the series. Don't know whether you could tell that, but yeah, the Sturgian shock troops, they're mostly running around without shields, and they are having their two-handeds equipped most of the time, and that is definitely going to make everything much, much more difficult than it has to be. So I'm actually going to tell my infantry to do the strategy that we talked about beforehand, which is to tell them to go in as a shield wall towards the enemy. And hopefully that is going to... Oh, ouch. How dare you? How dare you do such a thing? Okay, I'm just going to tell my people to charge in right here. I've got to be really careful with my shield as well. Got to make sure that I am preventing myself from getting murdered in all kinds of different ways. Look at all these cavalry coming in here. Come on, just leave me alone, thank you. Just leave me alone. Okay, now maybe what we should do is tell my forces to charge in. Let's tell them to charge in now, because I would like to try and get as many people killed as possible before I go down, because I think it is almost inevitable at this point that I am going to go down at some point. It really just is a matter of when. I just have to be a bit careful. I know I'm not attacking as well, by the way. That is completely on purpose, because generally if I am going to attack, it's going to take my concentration away from defense and from awareness, and as a result I'll probably get murdered within the first 2 seconds. And I have indeed found that my medicine skill is taking a very long time to level up as well. 133 renown, 87 influence, right there. Very nice indeed. And we are now going to be able to take a huge amount of people prisoner, and we've also released a number of Sturgian vassals. That was also the reason why I wanted to attack this particular army, and we lost a very small amount of units too. So after this, with the exception of me having to restore myself by a pretty significant number, that, well, that means I can just continue onward. I can basically just continue onward. I can maybe call for an army, call for a couple of people to help me out here and there, and I'm going to make sure that I take the highest tier units that I can get my hands on, with the exception of the archers, of course. I don't really feel like taking too many archers, and as you can see, we're actually over the limit. Do I have any militia? I don't. Okay, well, I guess I'll just get rid of one of these guys, and then I don't even know. I don't even know what to get rid of, to be honest. I guess nothing, because we are now underneath. There we go, underneath the very basic limit that we have. And let me actually just take a quick look at my clan tier as well. Yeah, look at that. We are clan tier 5. I have 4,000 renown. We need 6,150 to get to the next one. So that's going to be interesting. And I don't know whether you noticed right there, but our family, Alishka, has actually, well, shall we say, leveled up, so to speak. And she is now a vassal of Sturgia. Unfortunately, as you can no doubt tell, her skills are pretty much non-existent in comparison to Nojon. Nojon is doing very nicely, as you can see. So if we do have to take over as him, then that's not going to be too bad. However, Alishka, I think she has literally just leveled up into a warrior archetype, so it might take her a little bit of time to fully flesh out all of those skills, and hopefully she'll be able to pay the bills in no time. Anyway, let's go into the trade screen right here. Battanians being taken prisoner right there too. Very nice to see that. Let's sell a couple of these things here. And we should probably sell a number of these as well. We'll sell the most expensive stuff first, just so that I can get the money. And there we are. We're now at 196,000 once again. Utherlame Castle is calling to me as well. I'd love to be able to take that in this episode. But as I said, my medicine skill is taking a long time to level. And I don't know why that is. Because, as you no doubt tell here, look at this. We have 4 focus points in it, and I'm actually almost at level 23, so I might actually decide to take the plunge and just put some more points in that, although I still want to level up engineering as well. It's such a terrible situation to be in, isn't it? Yes, just not enough points to go around. Anyway, I actually would like to try and persuade Ospir to join us, because as you can see, he is indeed a vassal who is the leader of his clan, and it would make the most sense because he is the leader of Ostican, or he is the controlling party of Ostican. So I will try to converse with him. It is highly unlikely I will be able to persuade him, as you can see right here. Oh, okay, 67% chance, actually giving us a bit of a victory in terms of the conversation here. Unfortunately, I don't. Oh, okay. Apparently, we are going to be able to. Unfortunately, he's not going to join for free. No, he has 716,000. Yeah, look at this. Wow, that is just insanity. Giving them so much money is just crazy. Okay, yeah, that's also something that I think needs to be a little bit tweaked. I know that they implemented a limit to the amount of gold that the player character can gain as a result of defeating enemy vassals, because let's face it, in earlier versions of the game, you literally could get almost hundreds of thousands of gold just by defeating enemy vassals. And now, here's the thing. I think in one way, that was actually quite balanced. But in another way, it was just way too imbalanced, because you would be able to get millions upon millions of gold just by defeating enemy vassals. However, I think that the amount of money that you gain right now is much too small for these vassals, because literally, if they are defeated, they give you 10,000, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, 10,000 is basically nothing, because I literally have what? How much did that guy have? He had like 700,000 or something like that. So generally, that is negligible to him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care whether you defeat him 1,000 times over, because he has so much money that he's just going to be able to continue coming back and again and so on. And it is just not going to make any difference. So generally, I would say that needs to be tweaked a little bit here or there. Maybe just increase the amount of money that you gain, or reduce the amount of money that vassals gain in some way or another, because otherwise it's just going to be a revolving door, basically, of units going from the vassal's army. We're killing them, and then he goes and he recruits more, and that's just how it's going to be over and over again. Which is absolutely fine, of course, because that is indeed the gameplay loop of Bannerlord. That's what you do. And there you go, we've actually leveled up. That's fantastic. But I would like to see a little bit of refining in regards to the cap on the amount of gold that you get for taking vassals and indeed defeating them. Obviously, if you take them prisoner or not, it doesn't actually make any difference, but they pay you a certain amount of tribute or whatever as a result of you defeating them. Anyway, I think I will be increasing my medicine skill. And we'll get a little bit more intelligence as well, just to help out our engineering and to help out the focus points and so on. And I think what I'm actually going to do is I will change my role in the party. And I will change it to Surgeon. And I'm hopeful that that will actually help me to level just that little bit quicker, because as it stands right now, my medicine skill is very slow, and I'd love to be able to get it a little higher, because as you can see right here, look at this. I literally am gaining +3 restorative power from my surgeon skill, which in my opinion needs to be much faster. I think I need to level it up much more. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. Let's start a siege here, and I'm going to call for an army. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of people ready. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Thank you. Okay, all you guys are going to come and join me. I have over 1,000 influence after all, so we should probably make use of it, at least a little bit. And otherwise, I've been attempting to try and defend my villages. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be really working out too well. So I'm kind of in a bit of a rut, because on the one hand, I'd like to defend against the overwhelming amounts of vassals that are in the area. As you can see, there's actually... What? Did you see that? Oh dear. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to end this. And we're going to have to fight this guy's army. What does he have? I can't even tell what he has, to be honest. Oh! Mistake! He made a mistake. Did you see that? Okay. I'm happy with this. I am happy with this. Like no one's business. Okay. So yeah, we're actually just going to go in. And we are going to cross our fingers and hope for a couple of deaths on the enemy side. I've probably jinxed myself as a result of me saying that now, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, our combat strength is, of course, in our favor, but, you know, we'll see what happens, because they might indeed have some very high-tier units, like some, I don't know, Falksmen or Oathsworn, or maybe even some Battanian Fian champions to come up against us here. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be able to stomp them into the ground without so much as a care in the world, and then we'll be able to move on straight away to the enemy's army, which is looking to be quite formidable. You know, that feeling when you're having your shield up and you get hit in the leg. Yeah, that feeling, eh? Yes, that's so great. What a wonderful feeling that is. Anyway, we do have a number of vassals with us right here, which I am quite worried about. Did I just get I got shot in the neck when I had my shield up? I can't believe it. Ah, really? 1 foot in the grave, am I not? Yes. There's a reference and a half for you. Okay, so we are going to try to murder. Oh, we killed Aaron himself. I hope that he will be dead after this, because that was 128 damage. That was definitely enough to kill him in one hit, but it depends whether there was a significant amount of overkill damage, because as far as I am aware, according to a number of reports from those of you in the comments, anytime you're able to overkill an opponent by, I don't even know how much, but any kind of overkill, that is going to provide more of a chance for them to be killed outright, which is exactly what we want. We want them to just go, you know, big floppy all over the place. Alright, so there you go. We defeated a couple of people, and as you can no doubt see, he is perfectly fine. Even though I hit him in the head with a massive two-handed battle axe, he seems okay. He's not even unconscious. Look at him. He's fine. Look at his face. He's absolutely fine. Ah, well, never mind. Never mind. I'll just take them all prisoner. I guess that will have to do for the moment. Okay, so let's just take a quick look here. I need to make sure that I don't go over with the amount of troops that I'm taking here. I want to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything really good. Like, for example, these guys, they're really nice. And anything else that I really want to take here? Well, the Sturgian veteran warriors are pretty decent, but we're now over. Okay, of course. Okay, so Sturgian spearmen, do I care about them? I'm not entirely sure. Can they level up? Yes, indeed they can. What do they level up into? Sturgian shock troops? These guys... Okay, this is kind of weird. There are 2 kinds of spearmen. Not too sure why that's happening. We also have 2 kinds of shock troops too, which is also kind of weird. But otherwise, I guess we'll just get rid of one of these spearmen and then just move on. Should have taken those Varyag warriors. That probably would have made sense, but we have a pretty significant amount of those already, so it shouldn't be too big a deal to leave one behind. But otherwise, let's have a look here. Oh, Roosevelt. Yes, you have a little bit of charm skill, sir. Okay, icebreaker, I guess. Does it matter? Actually, not entirely sure what really matters here, to be honest, because 15% reduced barter penalty could be quite interesting. And considering we don't really care whether he gets to relation with lords, let's just go for diplomacy. If it actually helps us at all. It might not. Anyway, let's just take a quick look at this guy's army now. Hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit better. No, we can't, because he has a significant amount of prisoners. Why are you running in there? Are you serious? I can't... what? I can't do anything right now. Yes, run. Thank you. Yes, please run. Yes, that's good. Okay, so now let's try and take these guys out. We can take these guys out easily enough, and we can literally just auto resolve this. I can't even go in, by the way. So before you comment saying, "Oh, you know, why aren't you going in manually?" I can't go in manually. I'm at 12% HP, so we're just either going to have to go in here, or we can maybe we might be able to persuade him. Oh, hello there. Okay, let me actually just see whether we can maybe make this work. Nope, never mind. All right, yes. Even if I go through with this, it's not going to make any difference unless I get another critical success opportunity, which is highly unlikely, but 67% chance has done us in once again. It definitely has. Ah, look at this. All right, so we've already made peace with the Southern Empire just now. I decided not to show that because, well, it's kind of the standard sort of thing. Everyone wants the peace with them, and they are significantly outnumbered in terms of combat strength and everything, so we don't really have to worry about them. And we're also receiving about 2,000 tribute daily, which is decent, and we're making peace with both empires right now that we were currently at war against. So now we only have to focus on Battania mostly, as well as, of course, Vlandia. Now, I'm actually kind of surprised that Vlandia is still alive and kicking in such a dramatic way, because we did just kind of murder a pretty large army of theirs, but apparently that didn't really dent their combat strength at all. So I'm definitely going to have to do more hunting of the vassals very, very soon. I'm a bit antsy, you see. I really do want to go in here against this army. I think we would probably have a pretty simple time of defeating them, but I don't want to go in when Iceni has such a small amount of HP. She's only got 47%. And you can see how slow it is. Oh dear, never mind. Okay, Vilder's going in, so I'm going to have to go in with him. As you can see, we do have a slight advantage in the combat strength area, but if we can eliminate these guys, this is going to mean that most of them will not be able to defend against any siege whatsoever, and as a result, we won't have to worry about them interfering in our attempts to take Utherlame Castle, or indeed in taking Flinthold Castle as well, because both of those are significant strategic points for us. Ooh, now this is a pretty bad situation to be in. I don't know whether you've noticed, but yes, this is really bad. The enemy is pretty much perched on top of one of these little mountainous areas, and they're gonna do so much. They are gonna do so much damage. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that pop up right there? I'm actually not sure if you're going to see that pop up, but if you do, then you'll know that I just took a screenshot, and because Nvidia has that really wonderful overlay that I really don't like at all, but yes, because they have that wonderful overlay, I now just pressed the basically the keybind for taking a screenshot. So now I have this wonderful screenshot that is forever going to remind me of this battle. Great. No idea where they save it either. Oh well, never mind. Oh, no. Okay, I would like to murder this guy if I can. That's one of the lords. Get him. No, are you serious? Come on, he's actually murdering me instead? Okay, I'm just going to tell my people to charge in. Can't believe that he actually almost killed me. That is not very nice. Okay, wait a minute. We've got to be super careful here. I really don't want to die, because if we die, then my forces are going to start auto-delegating, and you know how that is. I really wanted to murder that guy so we could actually test out a little bit of the theory that we have, where the overkill damage does contribute to the percentage chance that vassals have for potentially dying. So I'd like to be able to test it out a little bit more. So maybe I'll get a horse or something, and maybe a spear, and then we'll see whether we can do a little bit of couch lancing or something. That could be quite fun. Okay, let's just get out my shield real quick. Oh, the huge amounts of units that were all surrounding us right there was just overwhelming. Oh, hello. Adequate skill. Yes, inadequate skill. Wonderful. Okay, let's tell my other forces to charge in as well. Archers and cavalry. We should be absolutely fine here. Murder. Murder. Many, many murders. And it was in the dining room with the candlestick. I'm sure someone's played Cluedo very recently. Surely. Anyway, let's see if we can... get him! Yeah, that Battanian wildling never saw what was coming. Oh yes, absolutely huge two-handed battle axe, sir. Thank you. Oh no! Don't get murdered! Don't get murdered! Oh dear, this is bad. Oh, we might actually be having some issues here. I mean, we are probably going to achieve victory, but we might end up receiving more casualties than we anticipated. Just purely for the fact that they seem to have respawned and come in from a rather awkward angle for us. Murder him. Yes. Take him down. Thank you. Alright, so yeah, it seems like... Wow, it seems like most of our forces actually split off into two groups. I don't know whether you saw that, but this group over here went off to sort of hunt down the archers, and the other forces actually took over the infantry engagement, which was pretty good. That actually worked out quite nicely, and as you can see, we only lost 51 units, which is really not even a big deal. 180 renown and 117 influence, pretty good, if I do say so myself, considering that was a rather significant army. And we also gain a huge amount of influence, or shall we say relation, with Vilder right here, which is exactly what we wanted to do. So there you go, Prindor, Ciaramus, Urgion, Mengus, and those are the only ones that we could get. Now I'm hopeful that these units right here are going to be rescued by our friends in our army, because if they can do that, that's going to be super good for them. It's going to increase their power levels by such a significant amount. They might almost get to 9,000, who knows? But yeah, anyway, let's get a couple of these. And Sturgian Berserkers, and I think that should be enough. We'll take one of those Varyag guys as well, because they're always fantastic to see. And I believe that is pretty much it. I could take some of these. Yeah, good. Nice. All right, that's all I basically wanted to do. Now the loot is going to be amazing. Oh yeah, I can't wait to go and sell that, actually. I am literally... you know what? I'm actually going to go and sell that right now. I'm going to disband the army because all of our forces have taken significant losses. So we're just going to let them run around, do whatever they want to do. I'm actually going to go and kill these mountain bandits real fast. This is generally what I tend to do off screen as well. You just don't see it. But I basically just go around killing any random bandits that I come across, because if you can do that and just gain their loot over and over again, even if it's a small party of about 20, you're still going to gain a significant amount of loot over time. Even if it's a small amount initially, you're going to get so much that it is just going to blow your socks off. And you might even get a spare pair of socks from some of these bandits, so you never know. It's going to be pretty good. And as you can see right here, look at this. We've already made 15,000 with the cheapest goods, and the scroll bar has not even moved in terms of its size. I mean, it is slightly growing at the moment, but you get my point. It really does add up over a large period of time. Really nice to see that. All right, so yeah. Now, this is what the map currently looks like. Yeah, this is what it currently looks like. We made peace with these guys, which is all great. Very nice. And my caravans are all over here. I did get another caravan up and running relatively recently, which I believe... Were they killed? Were they already killed? Are you serious? Where are they? Oh, yes, I think they were actually murdered. Huh. Penton the Bull, I believe he was, and it seems like, indeed, yes. Okay, apparently he's not actually active. Maybe he's taking a bit of time. Maybe he's taking a bit of time to get his forces ready. But anyway, in the next episode, I'm hopeful that I will have gotten the walls down on one of these castles, because now that the Battanians have been eliminated, or at least most of them have been eliminated, look at their combat strength. They lost about 800 combat strength from losing that engagement, and that really makes a huge difference. Absolutely huge difference. So, with that, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. It is very greatly appreciated, helps me out. And otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.